All right, we're going to work on some practical techniques to help you capture your horse between your bridle reins, eliminate that wiggliness, and while you're doing it, build a relationship, because you know how you signal your horse with your hands and legs is all about how you speak to someone. And how you speak to somebody in life matters the response you're going to get too, right? How you speak to them and your heart and intent in your delivery. So how I speak to him is how I pull with my reins. My heart and my intent in the delivery to him is about how I communicate with my hands and what's going on inside of me. Am I frustrated with him? Am I irritated? I need to eliminate that, because when you ride irritated, you can be firm. You can say, he will not do this anymore. But you must be clear. And your heart and your intent must be willing to give to him when he's good. You know, a great horseman once said that first jerk or bump was what the horse needed. The next 2 or 3 or whatever you did were for your anger. Don't do that. So be clear, but then forgive too. So I'm going to go to 2 hands with him. Even though he's a finished bridle horse, and definitely one-handedness is a very important style of riding I need to do to get him prepared for the show ring. In this moment of what I'm doing, I'm using 2 hands. Let me be really clear on something. When you go to 2 hands, you have 2 different directions of pull and 2 different signals, right? So if I have a wiggly horse and I bump one rein more than the other, or I'm not accurate and clear on where my hands are going, I am setting him up to be more wiggly and then get him punished and me frustrated.
Hi, I'm Dana Hokana. Knowledge correctly applied is powerful and can transform you and your horse. Team Hokana Video Club gives you the knowledge and shows you how to apply it. Over 200 online training videos to help you in your daily workout with your horse, and new ones being released monthly. My goal is to help you transform your riding and your horse's performance. Join our team today. Go to Hokana.com.
When you go to 2 hands, you have 2 different directions of pull and 2 different signals, right? So if I have a wiggly horse and I bump one rein more than the other, or I'm not accurate and clear on where my hands are going, I am setting him up to be more wiggly and then get him punished and me frustrated. So let's be clear. Let me show you a bad example if I can kind of duplicate it. There he went kind of left, so I'm going to just bump up left and then bump here right, and I'm having trouble doing it wrong because my intent is so clear. I want to fix him and get him straight. My hands follow my thoughts, right? Did you know that? Your hands and body will follow your thoughts. Set your goal of where you want your horse, and your hands and body will follow your thoughts. So as I do this with him, I want to be very clear that I draw, and most of the time use both reins together with the same direction of pull. Now, when I'm breaking a young horse in a snaffle, I will be very open and free with my directions of pull. But this is a horse that already wants to move left and right, already wants to wiggle, right? So I want to be very supportive of this horse and use both hands in a similar style. I may have a little more fluttering in one, I may do a little more action in another, but all in all, I'm working both hands almost like they're one. Another reason to do that is in a bridle, both reins are working as one, right? They come up to here. So if I'm going to ride him in a correction bit like this, with all these directions of pull and signal, it's going to be a little challenging then when I go to here for him to understand it. You know how many horse shows I go to and places I ride at where I see people just doing all kinds of stuff, and that poor horse is getting the bit hit in the mouth here and the chin strap here, more signal here, this direction of pull. They're confused. And you know what? Confusion needs to be eliminated in your cues with your horse. We want clarity. Right? So I am going to use my hands together. My direction of pull might not be as upward as it would be riding one-handed, but it's not going to be way off down here. Way off down here. When my hands come here, the bit hits him in a totally different spot. No. My hands and my direction of pull will be similar to riding one-handed, almost where I can come here. Yes, if I need to come here and open up a lateral move, I can, but I'm reinforcing and correct with my other rein. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take Oliver and ask him to take the pressure. Now notice his mouth is going, his tongue is out. He doesn't want the pressure of my pull, okay? And what he often does is wiggles and ducks. So right now I'm just going to take the pressure of my pull and I'm going to just push. I'm not jerking or bumping. He wants out. He's pulling away from me. This is what led him to be a wiggly horse. And he was ridden by really good people before us. So I know some of this is just his personality, but it's a maintenance factor I have to do to him because he wants out and he'll pull, he'll duck, he'll do this. He doesn't want that big signal in his mouth. He's so happy on a loose rein. He'll drop his neck low and just go around. But I got to build a relationship with my hands and be clear of what I want, right? To make this horse stay more solid between the bridle reins and have a better top line. For 10 years, I've used the TR3 Classic drag to keep my performance horses at their peak. And now I'm so excited to say that we now have that TR3 E series. There just isn't anything better than that TR3 Arena drag to help make my performance and my program complete. So no matter the size of your program, good footing should matter to you. So contact ABI today and get your Arena drag.